Hey everyone, it's Yggdrasiel, and I hope we are all having a wonderful day. It's been quite a while since some of you have heard from me, I'm sure, and that's largely attributed to me getting sick from my new job quite a few times in a row, leading to quite a strain on my voice. But my voice is back, and I hope with that, my content soon too will be back. But that's not what we're here to talk about today. No, in this sort of an impromptu ramble, so please forgive me if I stray a little bit often, I want to discuss my eventual disappointment with Summer Games Fest 2024. And I mean that. I already know it's not going to be appealing to me in the way that I hoped it would. That's not to say that the games that Summer Games Fest will present are going to be poor by any means. Far from it. I expect quite a lot of good games, especially with entries such as Metaphor ReFantasio probably taking the spotlight, and I'm quite looking forward to what we have to see. No, instead what I'm going to be talking about is my disappointment that the people leading the Summer Games Fest, namely Jeff Keighley, will be turning our eyes away from the sad and deplorable state of affairs with regards to the gaming industry as a whole. For some of you who may not know, we are not in a gaming renaissance as we were with 2020 to 2022, I would say. No, we're instead now entering a recession of gaming with over 20,000 layoffs since January of 2023. That's people who handle art, music, assets, Q&A, many more, quality testing. We've lost so many people, all because of the greed of companies that wanted to hire because they saw short-term gains skyrocket as a result of the pandemic. It's downright disgusting behavior that takes away the livelihood from these honest people like you and me perhaps, that grew up with games, wanted to be in the space of gaming, living their lives and just working towards stuff they love. They don't have that option anymore, and I'm sure many of them are feeling burnt out from ever returning to the gaming industry and would rather use their talents elsewhere. And to make matters worse, it's also going to affect our media outlets now within gaming. Just recently, IGN announced that they have acquired the Gamer Network, and that covers quite a lot of gaming media coverage. For just some announcements, that includes Eurogamer, Rock Paper Shotgun, VG247, Dicebreaker, Games Industry, and more. That is insane. We are going to be having so many people who now their job is either cut or they're going to be spent making, I kid you not, 7.8 out of 10 articles because they have to conform to several metrics that IGN will only approve. They are going to be approving these people to generate slop content, which will then just probably be ran through a generative AI script and thrown at us, the gamers, for consumption, and it's really just, it's not going to be productive. And I'm not just talking about guide makers or reviewers, although reviewers are a big deal. We're losing less of a extended eye, so to speak. We're only going to have a narrow vision on some of these games with the competition cut short. But we're also going to be losing people who do reviews, people who do interviews, people who try to expose new games or bring new introspectives on things that we might not have considered in some of our beloved games. We're losing all of that. And really, Summer Games Fest is not going to be giving a crap about any of this whatsoever. It has never been the intention of Jeff Keighley or people who have supported him to have on display a celebration of the games industry. It's always been about the games. It's always been about advertising, getting celebrity endorsements. I mean, just look at the Video Game Awards of 2023. What an absolute embarrassment it was to have legends of the gaming industry, from creators to downright whole studios, being thrown up on stage for not even a minute and being told to go and sit back down, your time is up. Meanwhile, hey, here's Hideo Kojima. 8 minutes for this guy, please. Let's have him discuss his brand new game because he's friends with me. The end of 2023 alone had almost 10,000 people out of a job. And it's so disheartening that this is purposeful. It's just a game. It's literally quite a game to these people. to not discuss what really matters to the gaming industry, because this is going to be affecting me, it's going to be affecting you, it's going to be affecting every sort of genre of game that you enjoy. Because do you think people who are smushed into this conglomerate company that has to adhere to a certain set of rules, do you think that these people are going to be making quality content games? Absolutely not. Do you think the people at IGN Entertainment are going to be making top of the line quality content articles for us to review? I'm sure there might be a gem somewhere in the mix, but really I'm not holding my breath on that at all. No, instead we're going to be settling for mediocrity. We're going to be settling for large titles that don't really get a lot of insight, not a lot of Q&A, not a lot of knowledge of what the gamers really want, so to speak. And of course, I realize it's something that they just can't really talk about all too much because, they have investors in this. It is ultimately a show, but they can't simply act like nothing's happening. A short statement will simply suffice. If they say everything's all hunky-dory, I'm sorry, but it's clearly not. And if you don't think it's already happening, you're wrong, my friend. Square Enix is a perfect example, with their president already stating, no, we're cutting back on mid-sized quality games. We're going to focus on AAA. It's already happening with Microsoft. What's that? We had a Game of the Year nominee, several awards. Oh my goodness, let's cut them in the short term because, hey, we just bought ABK and we need some money to make sure they're running up for a few months until COD starts making the big bucks for us. No, it's happening everywhere, my friend. It's already hitting us, it's going to get worse, and it's just such a shame that when the spotlight is ready, when all eyes are on a team that has the opportunity to bring these concerns to the spotlight, they are instead going to be shoehorning in advertisements, silly tropes, and celebrity endorsements that will not make a difference after just one day. I'm sorry to say. I'm sorry, I had to get it off my chest. We're not in a good state. I am looking forward to the shining beacon of Nintendo, and that's not me white knighting Nintendo. It's that, at the very least, for all it's worth, that company has been holding on to its studios. They treat their people properly, and that's why I expect 2025 is going to be an absolutely goated year for Nintendo going forward. I can't say the same about the rest of the industry, though, and unfortunately, that's just where I'm going to have to leave this conversation for now. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Do you think that this is an important topic that should be addressed, or maybe it should be brought up in another manner? Is Summer Games Fest maybe not the appropriate place for this after all, and I'm just blowing steam out of my own ears? Let me know. Please be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I hope you all, as always, have a great day. Cheers.